I got an email today from somebody wondering, am I going crazy, he asked. Is it me, or what could this be? I want to read you this email he sent me because it could be you. You never know when you might feel this way, because a lot of people are completely baffled, surprised, blown away by how prednisone makes them feel. And I want you to be prepared, knowing whether or not it's you or if it's the drug. So here's the email I received. Dear Dr. Megan, just a note of thanks. When I was put on prednisone in February, my doctor only told me I would possibly experience weight gain and have to pee a lot. I was on it for severe colitis. In the past month, I have become extremely anxious with paranoia and insomnia. I had that too. Oh my gosh. Ugh. I've gotten upset and angry and completely irrational with other people. Later, when I talk to them and we talk it out, I realized how irrational I was and that I was making up backstories or other thoughts that simply were not true. It has been so painful and frustrating. I can't trust my feelings or my thoughts. None of this was ever shared with me by my doctor, and it was only talking to my mom, who told me when she was on it, she couldn't sleep, felt restless, and her anxiety went through the roof. Until she said that, I had no idea. I'm working on it now. I stopped taking it at the end of April and hoping it will get better. Thank you. I appreciate all that you shared and explained in your video on the side effects. It was reassuring for me because I could literally check boxes as you were explaining them. I'm already off to a high anxiety Monday morning, hoping my mood will swing before I break down and cry, get angry and irrational, or start laughing. Joy. All emotions I'd rather not feel or share with others. Appreciate it. So that is what this Prednisone Warrior said about how prednisone was making him feel while taking high doses for I don't know how long, but he was started in February, went down to April, and then he found my article about prednisone causing mood changes, psychiatric side effects. And a previously normal person who's prescribed prednisone can suddenly feel like they need to be checked into the psych ward. I know I personally had a lot of those same issues. Like I had anxiety, and I never have anxiety. I got upset. I got angry, completely irrational. Like it changes moods. It makes us feel like we're not ourselves. And so prednisone is a miracle drug, but miserable. So he said, I appreciate all that you shared and explained in your video on the side effects. So I have another video. I'd love you to check it out. It details every single mood side effect and when it's most likely. For example, certain side effects are worse at high doses. Like anxiety is worse at higher doses and depression is worse at lower doses. Some things are worse in men and some things are worse in women. And so you can check out that video I have to find out more about that. And then he continued to go on and say, after I got his permission to share his story, he said, as an aside, my friend watched that video this morning and she said she saw it all too. Specifically, this is what she said. She has also seen the rapid speech, so having to talk really, 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 really fast to get it all out, jumping from topic to topic to topic, and short-term memory stuff. It's all connected. That's what his friend said, that she could see the side effects happening in him. And that's one of the hardest things to me, is that prednisone doesn't just affect one person. Like, it's not just like, oh, well, I'm taking prednisone and so I might suffer, but no one else will notice or care. That it's affecting this Prednisone Warrior's family, his coworkers, who knows, like all the important people in his life. And that's really rough when you have to take prednisone, this poisonous drug. Like, it's so toxic. It causes so many side effects, more than any other. And you're taking it because you absolutely need it. Like, I talked to someone today who's like, I feel like I have no other choice. And that's how it was for me. This person I talked to this morning, she was like, I have this terrible rash and bites and like this infestation, and the only thing she can do is take prednisone. And she's like, is it going to be that bad if I take it for just 3 days? And I said, I don't know. I've heard from people who have said, I just wish I'd never taken a single dose because of how terrible the anxiety made them feel. I've had people who took prednisone for COVID infections, like post-COVID long hauler syndrome, not being able to breathe, and then the prednisone is the only thing they could take. But they said that the COVID infection and not being able to breathe, they would take that any day over the psychiatric side effects of prednisone. Can you believe that? Like, that's how bad this anxiety, this pressured speech, this insomnia, like being up all night, all by yourself, like no one else is awake in your family, in the world, on your side of the world, and being all alone. I mean, it's so isolating being on prednisone and having these mood side effects because you're the only one feeling it, and it's alienating you from family members who don't understand it and don't know what's going on. And so I also have a video all about what I want my family to know. And so check that video out because it helps you to say, okay, I know I'm not acting like me. I know like this is hard for you to deal with. I'm sorry, but I want you to understand that I'm not the only one who's felt this way. That watch this video and see the actual words from other Prednisone Warriors and what they said about what they wish their family members understood. That it changes your mood, it changes your appetite, so you gain weight, and you don't look like yourself, you don't act like yourself, you get this round face, and we just really need our family members to understand, our close friends, our coworkers, that this drug is so vital for our health to survive. Like, I personally might not be here if it weren't for prednisone. I might be dead because I was bleeding to death of a potential autoimmune condition that made me so my platelets were zero almost. I had almost had no ability to clot. And prednisone made it so I could live and I can clot. And thankfully I'm in remission now, and so there's no problems with that. But prednisone and other steroids, not just prednisone, methylprednisolone, dexamethasone, hydrocortisone, they can all cause these terrible mood changes, these psychiatric side effects. And so if that's you, I want you to know, like he did, the first thing that is, it's not you, it's the drug. It's that little pill, and it's a side effect. You are not going crazy. You are just taking a pill. Most of the time, these side effects, like anxiety, mood changes, go away if you stop taking the prednisone. He's still dealing with it. Like, he stopped in April. It's May 10th. He's still dealing with it. So usually they go away, but it can take some time. Now your next question is how long? I can't tell you that. It's individual. Every person is different, but it does go away 99% of the time. That's the first thing I want you to understand, is it's not you, it's the drug. The second thing is there are ways to help. The first thing you need to do if you are suffering this, after talking to your family and saying, hey, it's not me, it's the drug, is let your doctor know. Because often they're not necessarily looking for these side effects. And like this guy said, he wished his doctor had told him. His doctor said, I'd possibly experience weight gain and pee a lot. Like, the doctor didn't mention insomnia or mood changes. So your doctor might not even be looking for this, but your doctor needs to know. Because that changes the benefit to risk calculation. If you're taking prednisone for a condition that isn't life-threatening, but it's kind of nice to have the prednisone, then maybe the benefits don't necessarily outweigh the risks anymore. For you, if you're having severe mental illness caused by the prednisone. So you need to tell your doctor if you're suffering like this. No matter what, you need to tell your doctor whatever side effect it is, but if it's a mental illness type of side effect, they need to know, because some of them are life-threatening. Some of them have prescription drug treatments. Some of them have other treatments that can help you. But if your doctor doesn't know, they can't prescribe it for you. And so there are ways to cope, but you have to tell your doctor. You have to tell your doctor. You need to be in constant communication throughout your prednisone journey with your doctor, letting them know, hey, I'm not sleeping at all. What can I do? Or I feel uncontrollable rage, like I might get in a car accident because I'm so furious when I'm on my commute. Or I might have, some serious familial issues if I don't get help. Tell your doctor what you're going through so they can help you, because there are some amazing medications out there that really can help. That's the second thing. The third thing is, I have a checklist that people can download. It's called the Prednisone Wellness Checklist, or the Ultimate Prednisone Checklist, of all the things you need to look out for. Because often things like this people weren't told about, weren't told to look for, and you don't even know what else to look for while you're on prednisone, and then what you can do about it. And so on my checklist, I have all the things to be looking for, and then all the things you can do about what you're looking for. And so if you haven't downloaded that yet, please sign up today. I'm Dr. Megan, the Prednisone Pharmacist, and it's at prednisonepharmacist.com. You can find it on any page, or you can click the link below to get you straight to the prednisone checklist. I believe so strongly in it that I just know that that's the best way I can help you to prevent other prednisone side effect problems. If you don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Megan, the Prednisone Pharmacist, and I don't want you to suffer. I'm here so that you don't just survive prednisone, but you thrive while on prednisone. And I can't wait to hear if you have any other recommendations for people on prednisone. If you have any other suggestions or questions about prednisone causing mental illness side effects, mood changes, psychiatric side effects, whatever you want to call them, please comment below, and I can add your question to a future video, or we can have a discussion going with other people's suggestions of what they would do to cope with your side effect. So please comment below, and then if you haven't already, get the prednisone checklist for people on prednisone to feel better now.